have a great, my company has a great history with Mandalay Bay, which is one of the best facilities in the country, in the world. And it's really nice on a personal note to be going back there. You know, we brought Fernando Vargas to Mandalay Bay countless times and had some great nights and great memories there, and we're going to make some new ones now. And so, we have, I guess my message today is that it is a new beginning. It is a new beginning with HBO. It is a new beginning with Mandalay Bay. And yet somehow this all feels very comfortable because that is the same team that was in place when Fernando was building his career and becoming one of the biggest box office attractions in the country. Peter Nelson from HBO is not here because of your famous LA traffic, but if he were here, I think he would tell you that the event will start at 10 p.m. on July 25th on television. There will be a co-feature. We're still working on what that's going to be. We'll announce that when we know. The tickets will be going on sale next week, and the price will be from $25, very affordably priced for the fans, up to $300. We want to fill up the room. We want to encourage people who really are fans of boxing. Something that I noticed when I went to the big fight a few weeks ago at MGM, that there weren't any in the room who act like fight fans, like fans who knew who the fighters were. I want to see those people. We want to see them come out, because if they do, they will be very pleased. Because I've had the great privilege of being at ringside a number of times now in Sergey Kovalev fights, and it is thrilling. That is really the only word for it. So, moving on. This fight will be fought over 12 rounds for the WBO, WBA, and IBF light heavyweight world championships. It is an IBF mandatory bout. Sergey is 27-0-1 with 24 knockouts from Chelyabinsk, and Nadjib Mohammedi, 37-3 with 23 knockouts for, please hope I say this right, Gardon Bouche-de-Rome in France. I guess we're going to start by introducing the challenger and his management. And so I would like to bring to the microphone Nadjib's manager, one of his co-managers, Vince Caruso.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Kathy. Very much. You know, there's not much to say when you fight the #1 guy in boxing. Whether I like him or not, Sergey Kovalev is the #1 fighter in boxing today. Especially after what we saw 2 weeks ago, I'd say it's undoubtedly. He is the top tier. He is a very bad dude. And we are going in there with that in mind. I'm not going to get up here and say that, oh, you know, Nadjib's going to come and do this and we're guaranteeing to win. You can't guarantee anything in this business. The only thing I can guarantee you is on the 25th of July, Nadjib Mohammedi is going to make the 175-pound contracted weight limit. That will be a guarantee. And number two, he is going to come in there with a game plan that if he does execute, and he does listen to Abel Sanchez, his trainer, he has a very good shot at winning this fight. Because even though Sergey might be stronger, and he might be bigger, and he might have been on the big stage a lot more than Nadjib has, there's one thing I believe that we have the edge in, and that's desire. You know, you've been held down your whole life, your whole career, a career that started in 2005, and you have to fight in rooms that are smaller than this, with no TV coverage, no press. And I mean, you have to call and beg and you know, offer press guys like the works just to get your name put in the paper. That's hard times. That's hard times. I don't think Sergey Kovalev goes through hard times. Nadjib Mohammedi has gone through hard times and he's beat him. He came up to Big Bear before the fight he had on the Bernard Hopkins-Sergey Kovalev card back in November. I orchestrated that, actually. His trainer that he was with for 14 years got detained at the airport and couldn't get in for that fight. So Nadjib and John Ali, my co-manager, who by the way is not here today, and I'd like you to note that please, his name is John Ali, just like Muhammad Ali. We are 3 as 1. We make a decision as 3. I'm not the one calling the shots. He called me up from New Jersey and asked, you know, hey, listen, we're stuck. What do you want to do? I don't know what to do. Who's going to work the corner? And I mean, I work with quite a bit of trainers that I could have called and got in there at the last minute. Freddie Roach, of course, is like family to me. I could have phoned him out there at the drop of a dime. I didn't do it. Sullivan Barrera, our friend, who was here, by the way, in the back, right there, Sullivan, was on that card already, and he was working with Abel Sanchez. I've always said, after I watched Nadjib on June 21st of last year, that he is the perfect style fighter for Abel Sanchez's training methods. He fights that, quote unquote, and we've heard it a million times, like a Mexican style. He's a straight ahead, blood and guts fighter. Nothing really special about it. Like I said, his strength is right here. It's heart. And you show me a guy with heart, and you show me a guy that's sick and tired of being broke, and sick and tired of getting the short end of the deal, I'm going to show you a winner. Because nothing ever lifts adrenaline like the desire to change your life. And that's what we got to look at going in against this guy, because he's a killer. He is #1, the big cheese. That's what we want. That's what we want. We want high risk because we want high reward. You know, in respect to Kathy, she talked about all these great future plans you have with Kovalev. I would have waited till this Mohammedi fight was in the books before you made a long-term plans. And I know nobody gives us a chance. Listen, if you ask me right now, if you put this on the board in Vegas, it's a 15-1 underdog. We are the dog, but we are the live dog. Everybody on this team has overcome something. This guy has overcome the temptations, the mafia-ridden streets of France, the temptations of joining organized crime. He never did. He went into the food business and took care of his mother and his brothers and his sister. That's what he did. And he worked hard. And he wanted to become a professional fighter. And he's here. John Ali, my co-manager, is a professional singer. He's a great pop singer. In fact, that's why he's not here today. He just released a single with an American artist named Baby Bash. It's called Tonight, and you can get that on iTunes, by the way. Last Tuesday. So he's home promoting that. And like I said, 11 years ago, I was a junkie. I was in a Las Vegas rehab, and I never thought I'd be on the big stage again. But I am. This team has a lot of desire. And we're going to win this fight. And we're going to win it with heart. From him, to me, to John, to Abel and Ben Lira. Having Ben Lira, Abel, and me in the corner, that's like Lombardi, Landry, and Belichick. It's a lot better than what this guy has. And that's a fact. It's not an opinion. That's a fact. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's enough from me. That's all I really have to say. I'm not going to waste your time. I would like to, Nadjib, if it's okay, can I bring up the big man right here, Nadjib Mohammedi? He does speak good English, so please. Nadjib Mohammedi.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, for big opportunity. I say for me it's a big opportunity. My first time here in USA is just 1 year. Now I respect Sergey Kovalev. Now is #1 world championship of light heavyweight, and but I not come here for joke or for play or for game. I'm here because for change my life, for change anything. I want to be world champion, but I work with Abel Sanchez in Big Bear for this. For me, it's not. I'm not stupid, you know. I'm saying, what do you think about me, you know? I'm not a baby. I'm not. Excuse me, I'm looking for my. Yeah, I'm not naive. Yeah, thank you. I'm not naive. I say this fight is very, very difficult for me, but I say it's very difficult for Sergey. You know, it's not difficult just for me because I'm very smarter. I'm faster. I'm in 25 July. I'm ready with my team. I'm ready for this fight. I'm ready for Sergey, and now it is my. I think I'm the new generation of light heavyweight, you know, because because I don't want the same fight of another opponent, you know, of Sergey. And thank you very much for Kachitiba, my promoter. Thank you very much, my team. Thank you very much, my co-manager, Vit Kauzo and Jonali, and Abel Sanchez. Thank you very much for about you. I'll see you 25 July for the big fight. And promise to you, it's a big, big fight. Thank you very much.
To Vince's point, that's one of the things that's great about boxing. Everybody has a story. Everybody has been through adversity. Were it not for miracles, I don't think anybody sitting on this dais, myself included, would be where we stand right now today. So I think that's part of what keeps this sport alive and what makes it so compelling, is the stories behind everybody that comes here. And the truth is, Nadjib came here last June as an opponent, basically. Came here and won the fight he wasn't expected to win. Earned his place, and has worked for a long time with Abel Sanchez, taken advantage of his time to work with a great trainer, Abel Sanchez. And believe me, we're very well aware that with an awkward style and great trainer and his heart and drive, that it's not going to be an easy night for anybody. Having said that, Sergey Kovalev is something very special, and we all know that. And he is, to me, exactly what boxing is supposed to be. Somebody who goes out there and gives their all, gives 1,000% every time, keeps the crowd entertained, keeps the fight exciting, makes it fun to be there. And that's why sometimes I think we tend to focus on him and his future. And we don't mean it as an insult to anybody. But that's what we have. It's called a star. And to talk more about that star, I'm going to bring up his manager, a gentleman who I've had the pleasure to know for the last 3 years or so, and have gone on this wonderful journey with Sergey. I'm grateful that I met him, and I'm grateful that our paths have crossed and that we get to do this together. And here he is, Aegis Klimas.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for coming for this press conference. Beautiful city, Los Angeles. Thank you, Kathy. She's doing a very good job for Sergey. And I brought Sergey to Kathy, like a couple of years ago, right? 3 already? Jeez, time is flying. 3 years ago. So basically, at that point, nobody knew. Some people knew in boxing, Kovalev, but not much as he's known today. Talking about, Vince was talking about what we haven't seen bad days in Sergey's career. I would say completely opposite way. I brought Sergey in 2009 from Russia, placed him in Don Turner training camp in North Carolina, which is in the middle of nowhere. The closest store probably about 5 miles away, around the cornfields, bugs, bears, snakes. He stayed in Angar, where Don had built his boxing gym. And at that time, I had many fighters going through that camp. Probably besides Sergey and Gradovich, I would say the longest somebody was hold there, like maybe 3 months, 2.5 months, 3 months, and they were calling me, Aegis, we're done. We're not going to be here. Even you have to take us somewhere, and okay, it's your choice. So somebody went to Chicago, somebody went to New York, and today they have nobody, not even heard about them fighting. Some guys got drunk, some guys taxi drivers, and but this gentleman stayed there and didn't complain a single word for 1.5 years. He was there 1.5 years. So I used to go to Don's camp, me, Don, jump in the van, go around the country just to get the fights, to put in the ring, to get, to just kind of. I saw big talent. Don Turner saw a big talent in him. I couldn't convince any of the promoters. I talked to Top Rank, I talked to Golden Boys, I talked to Blue the Bell, I talked to everybody about giving him a chance. Until one day Don Turner introduced me with Kathy, and she did. She said, "Well, we can try. We can see what's going to happen." And the biggest fight in our career, whatever we had, it was a Darnell Boone. Sergey wasn't ready for it, so it went all 8 rounds, and it was not a good fight. And then the main events asked me, how do you feel about fighting again Darnell Boone? I kind of got, God damn, he's not going to like that. I called Sergey, and I said, Sergey, what do you think about fighting Darnell Boone again? And instead of saying something complete, he says, you know what, great, I want to do that. He says, I want to see how I improved already kind of like almost 2 years passed. He says, that's a fight I want. That's a fight I want. And that I realized, God damn, I really have a good fighter here. That's with a heart. And of course he did a tremendous job with Darnell. He just walked in 2 rounds? 2 rounds, and he was a completely different guy because he was already on TV, he was on the big stages, so he had the hard times. He had the hard times. None of that said, so I wanted to thank HBO right now, giving us a very good opportunity for the rest of his career. I wanted to thank again Kathy, Mandalay Bay, for having us there, and don't miss July 25. We're going to be there. Thank you.
Thank you, Angus. And now I want to introduce to you the IBF, WBO, and WBA light heavyweight champion of the world, Sergey Kovalev.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming here. What I can do say, already said enough from my side and the side of Nadjib. Coming up, I think so, and I'm sure that it's coming up very interesting fight. Why? Because Nadjib has a very good and big motivation to be champion. And I am my desire to get all of my 4 titles. I think so that will happen this year. Fight unified fight, and fight against Nadjib is for me next step and next test for me who I am. And I'm not gonna to say that I will, and I will. It's words of trash talkers. I just gonna to show what I can in the ring. Everybody welcome to Vegas, July 25th, to Mandalay Bay, and have a nice time. Thank you very much for your attention, for my promoter, Katie Dula, and manager that they got someday turn to attention to me and sign me. And right now, my career is on their hands, and I like it. Everything what I have right now, how my way is going, and also I'm very happy that my fights on HBO. I'm happy, and I'm gonna to be best in my division 175. I'm not finished to collection all my belts. I should and I must to get one more WBC title. Just give me an opportunity to fight against the WBC champion. I don't care, will be Adonis Stevenson or somebody, another guy, I don't care. Just right now, I don't wanna even thinking about this because my next fight is will be a big fight and not easy fight against Nadjib Mohammedi. And thank you very much. Really appreciate that you approved this fight. And I think so enough to say. Thank you very much again.
I have something. I'm going for you.
My God, they're
You
just lining up.
didn't win. I'm going for you. Okay?
Look at them just lining up to fight.
Okay, no problem.
You didn't win. You like. I'm going for him.
And that is Sullivan Barrera, who intends to fight Sergey Kovalev someday very soon. So to just review.
I don't want to fight.
Saturday, July 25th from Mandalay Bay's Events Center at Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino. Live on HBO World Championship Boxing at 10 p.m. Eastern Pacific. Tickets will be $300 down to $25 and will go on Saturday next week. And I will be in touch with all of you to let you know exactly when that's going to be.